Okay. Stream just went up, starting in that time. About a minute. So they showed a bit of it in the state of play thing, but I don't know if I don't know what else they're going to show here. Oh god, I have to switch the thing again. Oh my god. Why do you do this to me? Just... oh god. Highlighting this is going to be a mess. I could just full screen that. I don't know if I need to adjust the volume. It's fine for now, I think. So I said the updates went in like September, right? September 6th, I believe. Wait, no, this is about the spring update, though. I don't know what this is. This is soon, I assume. This is something else. Either way. But then they said that just reset to 30 minutes. What was that? I don't know. Maybe they're updating the game with a bunch of stuff, and then the expansion will add more later on. But they're gonna update before the expansion, maybe. I don't know. Unless the actual spring update they're talking about is an update on a dev update.
Last year in December, we announced
that voiceover is very excited. You already said the release date.
September 6th, 2019. We just showed you all new promo footage of the game. And I have several members of the dev team here with me to provide more details. Let's do a quick round of introductions.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaname Fujioka, Executive Director and Art Director on Monster Hunter World and Iceborne.
I'm Yuya Tokuda, Director on Monster Hunter World. I lead the development of World and all of its updates. Today I'm here to tell you about some of the things we still have in store for Monster Hunter World.
Taking over from Director Tokuda.
Hey, they haven't updated the game in a while.
Director of Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. Today, I'm here to tell you more about this new expansion.
Thanks for joining me today, everyone.
Or at least the updates they have had have not been like major stuff. Like I don't remember the last time they added like a new monster. Was Cove Terror the last one?
Of the title updates on Monster Hunter World. So Tokuda was the director on the updates after the release of the main game, while at the same time Ichihara led the direction for Iceborne. So without further ado, let's talk about the game. First, we'll have
Wasn't that kind of about the game?
Promo video we released.
Is it going to be the same trailer they just showed?
Hey, do you hear that? Is it the wind?
This looks like the exact same trailer.
That's not it.
If it's slightly different, that's also strange. I'm really curious as to what that armor set is. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's a new armor set. It might be the armor from this monster, actually. Which would make very little sense why I would have it here, but, you know, don't worry about it. The thing is, at this point, I'm curious as to whether they're using footage of the PC version or like the PS4 version. Because I don't know if the expansion's coming out at the same time for PC. I don't think it is. That thing clearly has, like, an Anjanath skeleton. Which I think they do with a bunch of the other monsters already, where they use, like, the same skeletons for some of them.
An incredible effect on other life in a new world.
And that's why there haven't been, like, the really weird monsters, like, I can't remember the thing's name. The big spider. I'm blanking on its name. I can't remember. Like that, or... It's like Kezu. Actually, Kezu and, like, Giganox aren't that weird. He's got the weird long neck.
Singing? What is that?
Everyone thought it was just a mere myth. But there it is. Velkhana.
Yeah, there was nothing different about that trailer. I'm pretty sure that's actually like a new ability. Unless it's just a new animation. For the same ability that the Palico already had. Massive expansion DLC.
That was the latest promotional trailer for Iceborne. I'm sure everyone has lots of questions, so let's go through all the new information bit by bit. I'll be guiding you through this together with Fujioka and Ichihara.
We're ready.
Let's look at
Wait, where'd the other guy go? Is he just gone now?
Hunter World Iceborne
Weren't there 4 of
is a
them?
massive expansion DLC for Monster Hunter World. If you already own Monster Hunter World, you'll only have to purchase the expansion DLC to upgrade the main game. If you want to play Monster Hunter World Iceborne, you'll need to own the main game.
I assume there will be a
Monster
bundle
Hunter
with
World
both
Iceborne
or
features
something.
A completely new story. The
Probably.
story takes place after the ending of the main game of Monster Hunter World, but you'll have to see for yourself what it's all about. We've also got a new rank called
Master rank. Which I'm pretty sure is just G rank.
Monster Hunter World had low and high ranks, and Master rank is one step above high rank.
What is
It's
this
like the
menu
G
though?
rank from previous games. Now let's get into the really juicy details of the game.
The really juicy stuff. Hit me with that juice.
I'll let Fujioka and Ichihara take things from here to give us the details on the game.
Thank you.
We'll start by introducing the main new hunting locale in Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Fujioka, please guide us through this new locale.
I think I remember hearing that
This new
hot
locale
drinks,
is a snowy,
which you need for cold areas, were like already in the game.
something
Like they were in the
a lot
game's
of people
files or
actually
something.
asked for. It's called the Hoarfrost Reach.
The
Some
Hoarfrost.
footage of it so you can see what it looks like in
Yeah.
real time.
Let's see that Hoarfrost.
The biggest characteristics of this area are obviously the snow, as well as the extreme cold. Visually, it's very different from the areas in the main game, and things such as snow effects and other visual elements of the stage have had.
Is this? I wonder if this
particular
region's going to be larger.
So we hope.
Maybe it'll be more like Ancient Forest, which is clearly like the area they put the most work into.
Trail behind them.
Exactly. That's something we've never really been able to do before.
And like none of the other ones are anything like that. Like none of the other ones are as detailed, I
If
feel
you're
like.
familiar with Monster Hunter, you'll know that cold areas will make your stamina gauge decrease quicker, which is obviously not ideal. But you can gather a special plant like this. That's a hot pepper.
I wonder if
which you can use to create.
is that only going to be in this region, or will you be able to, will they
stave off effects from the
introduce it
cold.
into other areas?
Monster Hunter veterans will be familiar with this. So, let's look at the starting area for a bit.
Do they have like a lantern or something like that?
With lots of trees.
Like a light coming off.
It has some familiar creatures, like Popo. It's like
What about
meeting
Nana?
an old friend again.
An old
Biggest
friend that I
are
used to
always getting
kill.
Attacked by various other monsters, Popo that is. So you'll see herds of them here as well as various endemic life. In an actual polar region, you may not expect to find this many kinds of wildlife, but we've created many rich, unique creatures for this area. For instance, there's stonebills, a type of bird, and these little bugs that make snowballs.
So a bunch of things I need to catch.
They're called rime beetles, and they roll up.
Why
into
would
the
you kick
snow.
it?
You see us kicking it here. And these rolled up snowballs contain crystal burst, and you can use this crystal burst as slinger ammo. Of
I mean,
course,
crystal bursts aren't
this
new.
locale has its own wing drakes too, called Cortos. If you're familiar with Monster Hunter World, you'll know that you can use them to move from area to area.
Yeah, you could, but I've never
So,
done it.
we hope players can continue to use them to make it easier to get around in these big locales.
I guess that's only necessary before you get all the camps, which I forgot was a thing that you had to do because I haven't done
We
it
figured
in
that
so
in
long.
a cold area like this, you'll want to be able to warm yourself up somehow. So, we added these natural hot springs. Hot springs
Does it
have
heal
the
you?
same effect as hot drinks,
Oh.
in that they contain components that fight off the cold, so they're good for preventing cold-related ailments. And in these hot springs, you're going to find monkeys.
I think they'll be popular with the fans.
Those are monkeys?
So you can enjoy a relaxing time with the local endemic.
Can I
life.
catch one?
So, this new locale, the Hoarfrost Reach, is a newly discovered region. So, you're going to have to explore it. And you'll open up new parts of the map as the story of Iceborne progresses. In the beginning, there'll be some areas you can't reach. But once you get to the midpoint of the story,
I wonder how long this will be.
and in the end, it'll be the largest region in Monster Hunter World so far.
Well, that makes sense,
So,
considering there's a
there'll
whole
be
expansion
plenty
dedicated to
explore
it.
and play around with.
Next up, let's take a look at the new monsters that will be appearing in Monster Hunter World Iceborne. What shall we start off with?
First, let's look at one brand new monster appearing in Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Let's talk about Bambaro.
That's not how I would have pronounced that if I
Makes his
just saw the
debut in
name.
Monster Hunter World Iceborne in the early parts of the game, and is a new brute wyvern.
That's right. He's an early game monster, so his attacks are fairly straightforward. But
They make it sound like Iceborne is a separate game.
Which should lead to some interesting situations. We've prepared some footage of him, so as we watch him in action,
See, they have a new battle
I'd like to
theme.
go into some more detail.
Sure. As you can probably tell from the footage, his defining characteristics are the huge horns on his head. He'll use them to charge at your hunter, so most of his attacks are on a straight line.
That's right. But he'll pick up whatever's in his path. So, depending on where you're fighting, he may hurl boulders at you in rocky areas, or if you're in a foresty area, he may pick up entire trees while charging at you.
I'm guessing it depends on...
So if he picks up a tree, that'll increase the width of his attacks, so he's going to be harder to dodge and pose more of a threat.
Yes. So even if he uses...
Seems like he'll just pick up boulders by default, unless there's a tree in the way.
Depending on what he picks up along the way. So, you're going to have to pay attention to your surroundings while fighting him.
Or you could just pay attention to what he's
I'm also curious
running
about
at you
the
with.
ecology of this new monster. What can you tell us about its habits?
Well, this monster mostly eats plants, so it's not really carnivorous or anything. And it usually lives a fairly peaceful life. Sometimes it'll drink from hot springs like the one we showed before. So it'll calmly roam around for a drink, and you can also see it do things like sunbathing. Just like with other monsters in the main game, we've gone to some trouble to create all kinds of behavior other than attacks.
Behavior that most
Keep an eye
people
out
will
for
never
details
see
too.
because they'll just run up and kill it.
Let's have a look at another new monster. This one's called Beotodus.
That's a good name.
Beotodus is really the first large monster you'll get to fight in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, once you arrive in the Hoarfrost Reach.
You'll start out in an area with fairly deep snow.
Where's Zamtrios, though? I want my fat shark monster.
Hiding and waiting for a chance to corner.
This thing seems
the kind of
too
monster
similar to
you want.
Zamtrios, though.
So we really wanted to recreate a deep snow effect for this game.
It's
This
clearly
monster
just
will move around
reusing
with half of its body buried
some
in snow,
animations, also.
like the players themselves.
It'll attack you while submerged.
Yeah, some
in
of those are like
snow.
Gyrotodos.
So you'll
attacks.
have to figure out how to get this monster out of the snow in order to really master this hunt.
That's right. As we explained just a bit ago, Bombaro also appears early on in this game. Their ecological
I wanna
territories
cut off
are
that tail.
very similar, so their turfs overlap quite a bit, which means you'll be seeing them fight a lot. So I think players are really going to enjoy encountering this on their own.
So you'll meet these monsters soon after starting Master Rank?
Right. Beotodus
So you'll only see them in Master Rank?
is a carnivore.
Is the entire
Before
game
you saw
Master Rank?
before is one of the prey it'll go after. Of course, we've made sure to properly show predatory scenes like that in the game as well. So we hope you'll look out for things like that.
Describing them as predatory scenes sounds a little weird.
Next, we'd like to talk about a very popular monster from the series.
For Monster Hunter World Iceborne, we also wanted to bring back some fan favorites, including one that made its first appearance in Freedom Unite.
Is Nargacuga that
So-
popular?
I'd like to take a look at that monster now, Nargacuga.
Nargacuga will appear around the halfway point of the story, and it's got its own proper position within this world. As usual, he's no pushover, so look forward to a challenging hunt.
Right.
I don't remember him being that hard.
Defining characteristics are its swift attacks and its sort of wily, shrewd way of fighting. And of course, all those characteristics remain intact here. But, of course, it'll also have some new tricks up its sleeve for Monster Hunter World. So, look forward to that.
Yeah, we've made sure to bring back all of the moves you know and love.
But, since this is Monster Hunter World, we've also given it a more world-like flavor. So I'm sure everyone will enjoy how it's changed for this title.
I see. And because Nargacuga is now part of this new world, that means it'll be getting involved in turf wars as well.
Exactly.
They already showed that in the
Actually
trailer.
one of the points in Monster Hunter World that we've put a particular focus on. And we've made sure there are plenty of new turf wars here. You can actually see a little bit right there in the video. Nargacuga will fight with Rathalos, for example.
The fans will love that, I'm sure.
And you'll get to see it up
That wasn't subtitled. What
in
was...
your face fight. So that's something we hope you look forward to.
Next up, we have one final monster we're going to show you today. This is the new flagship monster for Monster Hunter World
The big
Iceborne.
dragon?
Now let's take a closer look.
The thing, the name I already forgot.
Every time we release a new game in the Monster Hunter series, we always have a new flagship monster, just for that title.
Is this considered a
And
new
since
game?
This is an expansion for Monster Hunter World, and Monster Hunter World is all about investigating and searching out elder dragons. The main monster in Iceborne is a new type of elder dragon. This new monster is defined by its use of ice attacks and is named Velkhana. And since it's an elder dragon, it doesn't just use straightforward ice attacks, but there's a bit of a twist to its behavior to show that you're fighting this mysterious, ancient creature. So we're sure players will find it interesting.
I'm guessing you're not going to show it, though?
We're keeping this to a very basic introduction today, but we'll be telling you more about this monster in the future, so please stay tuned.
I hope there's more than just those 4 monsters. I assume there's more than that.
Ichihara will tell us a bit about the new Hunter actions added for Monster Hunter World
This thing's
Iceborne.
pretty far off, so I assume there'll be
In Monster
more.
Hunter World Iceborne, we've expanded the Hunter's moveset quite a bit, so I wanted to give everyone a peek into what we have in store. First off, Monster Hunter World introduced the Slinger, which, for most weapons, could only be used while your weapon is sheathed. But in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, you'll be able to use your Slinger with your weapon drawn for all weapon types.
So now the sword and shield has nothing special.
You'll be able to ready your slinger and use a variety of items with your weapon drawn. So this will significantly increase the strategies available to you.
You can now fire flash pods with your weapon drawn, for instance. We've also added a new feature to the Slinger, called the Clutch Claw. This allows
Is
you
it going to be
fire
a thing
claw
specific to
with a
Iceborne, or
regular
is it just
slinger,
going to be in general?
which lets you grapple onto monsters.
Because the slinger change seems like that should just apply to everyone.
Controlling monsters in a variety of ways was a central theme of Monster Hunter World, around which we designed a lot of hunter actions.
How broken is that going to be?
Is basically an extension of that, in that it allows you to control monsters.
Unless there's some kind of cooldown on it.
When you're clinging onto a monster, there are several actions available to you. What we're showing here now
Sounds like you
is
could
called
just
the Clutch
basically
Claw.
mount whenever you want.
Reload all of your slinger ammo at once, while clinging onto the monster's head, in order to send it barreling in the direction it's facing.
That would make me actually use the slinger ammo.
Yeah, you can use this to send monsters towards traps, slam them into walls, or otherwise create opportunities for attack.
What's slamming them into a wall do? You get a wall bounce on the monster?
Combos and new elements for all weapon types. For instance, with the Great Sword, you can now fire more powerful slinger shots during combos. This is called a power shot, and though it has shorter range, it's also much more powerful, allowing you to make monsters flinch more easily. So in the case of the Great Sword, you can mix this into your combo, making it easier.
It seems weird for the great sword to have that.
By making the monster flinch before your charged attack, you can then land the attack just by comboing the actions.
I wonder if they're going to add any more
As
new
another
types of
example,
slinger ammo or
using
anything.
Dual blades, you can fire more powerful shots while evading. And the dual blades even allow you to do other actions, like using the Clutch Claw directly in its new combos.
Right. You can go from attacking to clinging onto the monster's body within the same combo.
We've added new features to the light bowgun as well. And there are some new custom mods too. The mod we're showing today lets you reload ammo while evading. This custom mod is designed for reloading. If you perform 2 evading actions in a row, the second move will be a slide. And this mod lets you reload while doing this sliding evade.
It seems like they're turning it into generations.
Turn the bowgun around a bit, and basically it allows you to reload 1 round of ammo.
That's right. And if you equip multiple mods, you'll be able to reload more rounds in 1 turn.
Although I don't use the bowgun, so...
Weapons here. But we'll have another video on all of the other new weapon features at a later date, so please look forward to that.
So today we looked a bit at the new locale, some new monsters, and some new actions. But of course we'll share more as we approach release, so please stay tuned for more updates.
product info. All right.
Now, leading up to the worldwide release on September 6, 2019, let's have a look
Consume
at the
product.
lineup
Don't
of
ask
home
questions.
console versions of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. First of all, if you already own the physical version or the digital version of Monster Hunter World, and you only want to buy the massive expansion DLC,
Why do
Monster
they keep
Hunter
calling
World
it massive
Iceborne,
expansion
you only
DLC?
have to buy the digital version of Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Just the massive part is like
We've also
not
prepared a pack
necessary.
called Monster Hunter World
Is that a Dark
Iceborne
Souls
Edition
armor?
Deluxe that contains both the expansion DLC and a collection of stickers, gestures, and layered armor. The DLC collection of stickers, gestures, and layered armor will also be made
Silver Knight, no
available as a
relation
separate package called
to the Dark Souls
Monster
Silver
Hunter
Knights.
World Iceborne Deluxe Kit.
It straight up looks like the knight
If you're
armor
someone who's been waiting for
from
Iceborne
Dark
before
Souls.
getting into Monster Hunter World, we have the Monster Hunter World Iceborne Master Edition for you. This contains both the main game of Monster Hunter World
Yeah, which I figured
and
they would
the
do.
Iceborne Massive
Why wouldn't
Expansion DLC. This edition will be available as a physical version. As a pre-order bonus, we've also prepared the fan-favorite Yukumo series of equipment, which will be available as a layered armor set. This layered armor is only available if you pre-order the game.
Wait, how does that work if I pre-order it
The Steam
digitally?
version of Monster Hunter World was released half a year after the console versions. But for the Steam version of Iceborne, we're planning a winter release.
Half a year after the console version.
Pre-orders for Monster
Now there's only one.
Iceborne will start
Where did the other two go?
today. Don't
Did he
miss
eat
out.
them? I don't know. Just slowly, one by one,
Now,
he gets rid of all of them.
over from here and share the latest information on what's coming up in Monster Hunter World.
Thank you.
Assume more events.
World, Nergigante
They're
will
finally doing
continue
Arch-tempered
in its
Nergigante.
form. This quest will be available for limited time only, starting on Saturday, May 11th, 2019.
Wait, and
Now
going
that
until
we know
when?
The main monster of Monster Hunter World, Nergigante,
That's
will
this
finally
Saturday.
appear in its arc-tempered form. Let's have Tokuda tell us a little bit about what to expect from this monster.
Arc-tempered Nergigante will have some new swift attacks that may subtly follow its normal patterns. We've also given it some new movement routes and also prepared some rather unique tricks here and there. As a result, we hope you think back to the beta test or the main game of Monster Hunter World and relive the thrill of facing off against Nergigante for the first time, as we've prepared a very challenging monster for you. Using its materials, you'll be able to craft their Nergigante Gamma Armor, which is a very powerful armor set. So we hope you enjoy this new content.
Well, I actually don't hate fighting Nergigante, so maybe I'll actually do this. Whereas with all the other ones, I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight these.
Nergigante is one of the more aggressive, rampaging monsters, so you may not have had a chance to get a good, quiet look at it. But his theme allows you to
I've
appreciate
gotten a
his
look at
design.
him.
The system icons are also a bit special in that they look like Nergigante tore into them. It uses Monster Hunter World's main theme, stars at our
And it's all in Japanese, even if you're using an American PS4.
This is something really
It changes your language. You're not allowed to change it to anything else,
This
and you're
game
stuck on
is
that theme.
available for purchase
It will
today.
delete all of your other themes
This is all the news we have to share for Monster
and not
Hunter
allow you to
World.
download anymore.
Now
In
to
fact,
the
it
main
disconnects you from the
people out
internet.
there who have played and enjoyed Monster Hunter World, our director Tokuda would like to give you a very special message.
Since the release of Monster Hunter World, the number of people who played our game has greatly exceeded our expectations, and we are very grateful for that. We've brought you updates, many of them free, and some of which were made while development on Iceborne was already underway. So we've had some challenges now and again, but sharing in the joy of playing the game with people around the world has been our inspiration and has helped us overcome those challenges. There were things we couldn't quite pull off, or things we wanted to do more of, but we've passed on everything we learned to the Iceborne team, and we'll use our experiences to improve how we make our games. So we look forward to your continued support.
To close out our program, we hope you continue to enjoy Monster
We're
Hunter.
sorry the game is so bad. Monster Hunter World, worst game of all time.
Once again, The home console versions of Monster Hunter World Iceborne will be released worldwide on September 6, 2019. We'll have new information for you at E3 in June, and we'll keep on bringing you updates after that
Where
as
at
well,
E3?
so stay tuned.
Capcom doesn't have conferences, so...
We leave you with the usual final words.
Happy hunting!
Well, alright then. Oh, okay. Is it just gonna play the same trailer again?
Did you hear that?
I think I can go ahead and,
Is it the wind?
not watch this.
No, that's not it. Is that
Probably.
singing?
Is this any different? No, I don't think so. Gotta go ahead and mute that. Yeah. I've been waiting for something new in Monster Hunter. Granted, I'll still have to wait longer because it's not done yet. But yeah. The thing is, like, every time I go back for an event, it's like there's not that much to do. And it's like I'm kind of like, yeah, I feel like I've seen everything. I don't really have that much desire to go and fight like all the Arch-Tempered stuff and everything. Especially since some of the tempered ones are already beyond what I can do. I mean, not really, just I tend to not have the patience to do it. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I don't know if Master Rank, I think, that's... I mean, usually the way G Rank works is that's more than, they change more than just, like how tempered monsters just... I think it just changes how much damage they do, or something like that. I think that's all it changes. I think maybe the Arc-Tempered ones do something. Maybe they might have more moves or something, but either way. So Master Rank is harder, I think. It's different. I don't know. I don't know if Master Rank will be an issue. I never touched G Rank in the older games because I just never got that far. But yeah. I don't know. Either way, I won't have a whole lot to say. I hope they have more to show later on. They said they'll show more at E3. I don't know where that'll be. There was an E3 schedule that just got put out. I don't think Capcom has a conference. Yeah. I'll have more to say about this when there's more to say about it, but there's not a lot to say about it right now, so I'm gonna just move on. Just move on. Head back over to the thing. Okay, gotta switch everything over again. Here we go again. Let's do it. Let's just, I'll be right back. Hold on.